Hello, my friends. Welcome back. We're here to talk about the USA Paraguay International Friendly that happened last night. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, the USA comes out on top 1-0. But does it really matter? I have some beef I'd like to pick with Dave Sarachan. So, this game is between two teams not going to the 2018 World Cup, both run by interim managers, which is kind of a weird, like, how often does that happen in international friendlies or games at all? You've got two managers that aren't the actual managers running the squads. Now, the Paraguay manager, my understanding is he at one point, or his previous role was with their U20s or U19s or something like that. And then so he's taken over for the time being, and I'm sure he's auditioning for the senior manager job. Dave Sarachan, I think, is doing the same thing. I don't think Dave Sarachan is in this just because he's getting paid. I don't think he's just trotting out a team because he's paid to do that because Bruce Arena was like or resigned after failing to qualify for the World Cup. Sarachan's contract was extended until past the end of the World Cup because that's when you'd expect a bunch of managers to become free and then you could go pick somebody else up. So I have a feeling he's taking the friendlies and the games that we're playing in as an opportunity to showcase himself, and winning kind of helps. Even though you could argue in this case, winning doesn't matter. It's an international friendly. Yes, you want to feel good from getting a victory, but you'd probably feel better in the long run if you got more players into international games to give them more experience. And that's where I have a beef. So we played a 4-1-4-1. I'm totally good with that. That's, again, my basic understanding of what we've been doing at the U20 and the U17 level under Tab Ramos. That seems to fit our current crop of players that we brought in for this friendly. This friendly to me was all about bringing in folks that haven't had a bunch of senior caps. Like you're not bringing in Christian Pulisic because, well, he's a known commodity, and Dortmund is kind of in a battle right now. So don't make him fly in for a friendly that doesn't really matter. You leave out Michael Bradley and Josie Altidore and some of those guys that are probably going to be or should be involved, you can argue, at the 2019 Gold Cup and beyond. So this is all about the young guys, the new guys, the guys without a lot of caps. It was said about 400 million times. You could tell it was like a Fox Sports talking point that this team is average age is under 24. It's like the youngest team we've put out in decade. Blah, blah, blah. Like they said it like 400 times. It's like, okay, I understand U.S. soccer marketing. The PR person handed you a piece of paper. Like, make sure you say this is a young team in case we lose. To make sure everybody knows it's a young team because it's a young team. It's like the youngest team ever. Like that's literally how it went. So you start Bobby Wood up top. I'm okay with that. I kind of look at it as Bobby Wood has apparently, they said last night on the commentary, has not scored since August in the Bundesliga. Now, to be fair, his team is firmly in the relegation spot in the Bundesliga. So is it Bobby Wood, or is it that he's not getting good service from his teammates because he's on a bad team? Probably a little bit of both. So I can see Dave Sarachan going like, let's get this guy in here. Let's get him a start. Let's get him in a goal, help his confidence and all that kind of stuff. And he does get a goal, but it's off of a penalty. And to be honest with you, the rest of the time, Bobby Wood looked like he was swimming through water, or molasses. Like he dribbled into trouble a couple of times. Where you're like, dude, pass it to Kenny Safe, who apparently it's safe now, not safe. So it's safe. Just didn't look his best. But okay, like you're trying to boost his confidence. It's an international friendly. It doesn't matter. I'm okay with that. Bobby Wood is going to be around at the 2019 Gold Cup and most likely at the 2022 World Cup. So like, let's get him, as many reps as we can, hopefully get some positive things going for him to where he starts feeling better about life, gets that confidence up. Okay, totally good with that. Then you get Kenny Safe, Tyler Adams, Delgado, and Darlington Nagbe in the midfield. And then Will Trapp kind of as that defensive midfielder holding it down. And then Villafana, Matt Miazga, Cameron Carter-Vickers, and DeAndre Yedlin on the back line with Zach Steffen in goal. I thought Zach Steffen did a really good job, especially there at the end, the very last part of the game. It was classic United States. Like, we can't finish out a game strong. Like, we give away a free kick almost in the box on like the very side, like towards the end line, and free kick, he makes a pretty good save. And I was a bit surprised Bill Hamid didn't rotate in the second half. I thought it would be more like the last friendly against Bosnia where one gets one half, the other gets the other half. But you can argue Bill Hamid has not had a game for his FC Midtjylland team in Denmark. So we're going to go with Zach Steffen. And it looked like maybe The current staff, who knows if they're going to be around, might favor Stefan a little bit. And it could be just that he's playing. Who knows? So, okay, we got to see Cameron Carter-Vickers. Great. DeAndre Yedlin is already a known commodity at right back. I really don't think we needed to see him, but thanks for making the trip. I would have liked to have seen somebody else get some time out there. But, okay, he got to play. We're working on chemistry. But CCV getting some time is good. Matt Miazga getting time is good. Villafaña was okay. Will Trapp, I thought, did a good job captaining the team. He's the wily veteran at 25. But I thought he did a good job. Tyler Adams was super dynamic. So I'm good. Like, I don't have any real beefs with the team that we started. Where I have beef with Dave Sarachan is it's an international friendly. And this is where I think he is auditioning for the full-time role and caring more about the win versus getting more players on the pitch. You get 6 subs in the international friendlies, and we made 4, but the timeline, like the first sub, let me pull it up here, for the United States, didn't come in until the 67th minute. And it was Rubio Rubin for Kenny Safe. Or Seth, sorry. We saw Rubio Rubin in the Bosnia friendly. Okay. He just picked up a team. Like, he was without a team, and, okay. And then it was another 10 minutes until the 77th minute. Bobby Wood comes off for Novakovic, which was nice. They had a nice, sappy moment. His mom's in the stands. They drove 16 hours. She's crying, whatever. But okay, that's a name not many people know. Let's trot him out there. I would have liked to see like some changes at the half, because the first one being at the 67th minute, you're getting essentially 24, 25, 26 minutes max for that player. And then the next one at 77th, the 77th minute is going to get 15 minutes. And then the 86th minute for Tim Weah, who is, he was on that U17 World Cup squad. Kind of a big deal. He's with PSG, whatever. But he only gets like 6 minutes. Okay. And then Christian Roldan comes in for literally 60 seconds. That's what I'm most disappointed with. I would have liked to have seen the other players that we had on the bench that should have gotten in the game, in my opinion. Eric Palmer-Brown, center back. Now, again, I don't know about the injury status of these players. Could be that. Anthony Robinson, who is, I want to say he's a left or right back. I think he's a left back, and kind of like the left back of the future. Trot him out there for 30 minutes. Like, make all your subs at the 60th minute, because this game doesn't matter. But it looked to me like we cared more about winning the game. Eric Lehigh, Shaq Moore. There were some other options that were called into the squad too. So that's my overall beef. Like, yay, we won in a meaningless friendly. I think the ref was a little lenient on Paraguay. Like, they definitely, it's like they looked up the CONCACAF handbook and they're like, okay, CONCACAFing. Okay, lots of hard fouls. Excellent. Not going to get sent off. Excellent. Like, there were some, like, some of the things I've seen on Twitter is like, we're good. We got the victory. And we also didn't have a youngster, like, ruin a knee, because there were some, like, pretty ugly challenges that I felt like deserved a red. There was one in particular, I think it was Rojas, 2-footed lunged on Tyler Adams. Like, straight up on his back, sliding in, both like studs up. I'm like, how does this guy not get sent off? I think he should have been sent off. So overall, I thought the game was okay. I just wanted to see more rotation of like other players, get them in the game. Like, did we really need to see DeAndre Yedlin for 90 minutes? I don't think so. He's playing in the Premier League. Like, he's a known commodity. He's the starter. Like, no one is taking that spot from him right now. So why is he in there for 90 minutes? I'm not saying don't start him. Like, okay, we're working on, some chemistry between the back line. Fine. Like, that's good. But he doesn't need to play the full 90. Villafaña, for right now, seems to be the left back starter. Do we really need to see 90 minutes of him? Take him off. Get Anthony Robinson in there. Get Shaq Moore in there. I liked what Tyler Adams did. Obviously, his run, it was really Delgado's through ball pass to Tyler Adams' run onto that ball, which led to the penalty, which led to Bobby Wood's goal. I think we should feel really good about Tyler Adams and Delgado. I thought Nagby was okay. I think it was just okay. I liked the energy that Kenny Safe brought at the beginning, like the first 20 minutes of the game. To me, it looked like, hey, I went out with an injury in the Gold Cup. Like, I'm going to give my all in this. And there were times where he and Bobby Wood weren't on the same page. There was a ball that came into the box and they were like in each other's way. So we should have maybe gotten an actual shot on goal with that. But overall, I thought we did an okay job. I'm glad Bobby Wood got a goal, but it was the penalty, so I'm not sure how much that's going to help his confidence. I do think he made some good runs, but then he also had some pretty bad mistakes dribbling. And this is, again, coming from a guy who doesn't play, any even amateur level soccer, so you can say you don't know what you're talking about. That's totally fine. I guess that my overall beef is we have 6 subs. We have some young players on the bench that deserve to get some game time, and we didn't use them. And I don't understand why, because this game didn't matter. I think Dave Sarachan is approaching this as this game did matter for his resume to say, well, we've not lost in 2018, even though our only goal in 2018 thus far against the likes of Paraguay and Bosnia is a penalty kick. But, that's what I think was going on is he's looking at this as a long-term opportunity. So I'd love your thoughts on that. If you agree, if you watched the game, do you think some of those other players should have gotten in? Do you think somebody else should have started? When would you have liked to have seen those players come in, at like what point in the game? And hopefully this is the beginning of good things, because I do think we have some good youngsters coming through the squad. It's just tragic that they're not going to the World Cup this year. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you hit a like on this, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.